I just sip my drink and pose for the photos. Die for my friends, mix liquor with the soda. Low key mobbing, hot grown colder. Live for the moment, die when I'm older.
We live.
Hey, the intro.
We're here live.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that second color in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Weekend Hurt.
And it's the guy from the '90s from the hacker films with the size like giant font and green letters. It's your boy Mr. Petty.
okay.
He's out with
Yeah, it's the second first lady checking in. Good morning or afternoon or whatever zip code y'all in. Hi.
And it is the man openly campaigning to get a sponsorship deal with Kinda Fit, Kinda Fat. It is the one and only Blerdy hero. It is the savior of all the nerdy masses. It is your mom's favorite workout tool. I am Rick Stroh.
Did he add like another one
So
this week?
does this mean we're doing the 3850 since your mama's favorite workout tools? I'm asking for a friend.
I was talking about being a personal trainer.
Look here, we need money, so get that damn money, Rick.
All right. Well, never mind. Take it back.
All right, so thank you guys for joining us here on Blerds Whiskey Live. Once again, we got a great show as always lined up for you. Make sure you like the video, share this video, and subscribe. And if you are watching us on Twitch, make sure you use your Amazon Prime because you get one free subscription. So please use it on your boys here, your boys and lady here, and we can help us grow so we can do more. All right, so this week, what are we drinking? I'm starting off with something simple because I didn't want to mess it up because they want to beat me up every time. I'm just doing a proper 12 and Dr. Pepper, P&P.
He's succumbing to peer pressure. I got some rum. It's called White Overproof Still Pot Jamaican rum, and Minute Maid.
Wait, you. Oh.
Why are you drinking overproof? What?
It's the only thing that's in the house. It's the only thing that's in the house.
You guys
All
here
right.
for a good show today. All right.
Herb going down on camera.
Weekend Herb is going to be in full effect.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get past the weekend.
Weekends at Burn, baby.
Right.
Ain't nobody picking your big ass up. What are you talking about weekends of burn? Anyway. What else y'all drinking?
Oh, it's on me. I am doing the classic whiskey and sour. And in true Trey fashion, too much sour, so it's whiskey and citrus.
Citrus.
To go with my bitter. I'm bitter, so therefore my drink is bitter.
Have fun with that, sir.
Wow. Okay. I'm drinking tequila and salsa water because I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. I haven't had one since I was like 12, but still.
Oh, Mr. Roger.
Yeah, wait, you were drinking tequila and seltzer water when you were 12?
No. I had a girlish figure when I was.
Oh,
She
Are you trying to get in the unicorn panties as well, Cam? Is that what
like, that was taking the wrong dots.
The places y'all minds go with stuff. I am drinking a Tennessee Mule, which is a mule, but instead of using vodka, I'm using bourbon.
Hey, buddy.
Okay. So
let's get into it with the church announcements.
Jesus Christ.
Amazon has put out the second season of Vox Machina.
yes,
Okay.
I'm the only person here to watches it. So
That's not,
if
that's
you got
not
Amazon
all the way
Prime,
true.
check it out.
I've watched. I'm just not as excited, but anything D&D related, I do appreciate.
They give off the real family atmosphere from what I've been looking at. So, but moving on to family, You People on Netflix. Yeah, funny ass show that's starring Eddie Murphy, Neil, what's his name? Big boy, I forget his name.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. I'm forgetting. I'm sorry. Jonah Hill, but it's a funny movie in my opinion. It's very cringeworthy comedy, if you ask me. It's giving a feeling of like Meet the Parents, and I guess you could say
Who's Coming to Dinner?
Guess Who.
But they already did the black version of that with Ashton Kutcher and the late great Bernie Mac, so we've seen this before.
Yeah, but it's definitely funnier than that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rick.
I don't know if it gives off the Guess Who's Coming to Dinner vibe, because I mean, what we have is a black Muslim family, and the daughter is messing with a Jewish family. Like, that's not Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Yeah, that's way more nuanced cringe than that.
That's Old Testament versus New Testament.
like I mean,
That's the Old Testament versus the New Testament.
the dinner scene, that first dinner scene where they're having dinner, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who was playing the overly Jewish mom, and they start talking about Minister Farrakhan. Nick, I was like, oh my God, this is uncomfortable. God damn it, this is uncomfortable. And then when
all right, so there's a subtle nuance that a lot of people don't pick up, and it's what I call the well-meaning white people, but they're still like way off base. But it's like, you be looking at it and be like, oh, you're so wrong, but you're so cute. Like I see what you're doing. It's just like you're just so wrong, though. It's just.
I don't think they're cute. Fucking David Duchovny sitting at a piano playing Ordinary People did it for me. Like I was just like, also
he had her sitting in a chair watching him play it.
Like he was serenading her. I was like, oh, so this is the level of cringe we got. All right, cool.
It's the numerous exhibit references, like time and time again. Dude, we get it.
Right.
You like Pimp My Ride. Okay, we got it. But
it was also her pulling off her wig for me. That was hilarious. I was like, dang, that got to be glued did not come out in the clutch. But it's okay. It was hilarious. Go watch the movie. Let's not go off too far in a tangent. Let's move on.
Yeah. Moving on. More family. Fast and Furious 10 trailer is coming out on Big Game Sunday, and I, Rick, and Cam can't wait because these other two can't give a damn about it. But we're here for it.
It's family.
It's about family.
It's all about
10
family.
time. It's 10 time, y'all. It's 10 time.
I'll say, and Diesel's the last bald standing.
It's just.
How many times do I have to suffer through this? Like,
You got at least two more.
At least two. Yeah, it's the beginning of the end. So at least they're gonna have their fast end game.
Are they replacing The Rock with Roman Reigns?
I don't know.
No,
I'm just imagining like a bunch of portals and like a bunch of Ford Chargers, Dodge Chargers just coming.
They replaced him with Jason Momoa, and actually Vin Diesel put out an Instagram post of him and Jason Momoa sitting chopping it up on set. So we replaced one ungrateful Samoan with someone who is happy to be here. Also, you can tell how little Vin Diesel cares now because he has gotten in no fucking shape for this movie.
None.
If you pay attention to the behind the scenes shots that he releases, it's just like, man, you just don't give a fuck. You just like, man, just give me my check so we can make this $1 billion and I can move on. So
CGI muscles on them. They do it for everything else. Like they miraculously survive fucking jumping off of bridges into windshields of cars. So why they can't give them abs? I'm just saying.
He's got that bod.
Vin Diesel and mocap suit.
Give him the 300 treatment and just spray paint him on his belly.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Listen, y'all need to go and look at this man's body. It ain't no CGI nothing. Vin Diesel looks like bagel dough.
So you're saying it's Vin Diesel's Van Diesel now?
I mean, listen.
No, actually, we probably need to remove the diesel and he can just be Vin. But yeah.
Call it Vin Doughy. Move.
But moving on, that I'm sure Rita would definitely enjoy more. Hogwarts Legacy is coming out. Okay, Trey. Rita.
I said I was gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it. Keep going.
Listen, just go play the game. If you got a Switch, if you got a fucking PC, you got a tablet, you got a phone, go play the game. That's it. That's how you play the church announcements without wasting time. Next.
That's it. Church announcements is over. Quickest one we ever did.
Wait a second. Hold on. Real quick. Also, I just want to say something about Hogwarts Legacy. the people that have made the game have also made it very clear that pre-ordering or buying the game, you are not giving the woman who wrote I can't think of her name. I just lost it that quick.
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Yeah, you're not supporting J.K. Rowling, so it doesn't make you a bad person if you want to own or play Hogwarts Legacy.
I'll say it's also kind of ironic that it's one of the platforms you can play the game on is called Switch. But I digress.
Facts.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Anywho, go play the game. I am even going to learn how to play video games just so I can play this game. Oh, this is a church announcement that you guys didn't know about. This is a surprise church announcement.
Okay.
I have committed to watching my very first anime, The Record of Ragnarok, that comes on Netflix, and it's actually pretty dope. And I've been watching it, and I just wanted you guys to know. It might not be the best anime on earth, but it's a anime. Now, don't ask me to do too many, but
give it 10 minutes
it's a
before.
step.
But Trey possibly put another one on to you. I give him 10 minutes.
Okay, so speaking of
put this one on me.
So speaking of impromptu church announcement, I do have one little quick one to throw out there. Some good friends of mine, Joel Johnson and Bradley Adam. You may remember Brad from our previous Thirsty Thursdays, who's been a big help to us. They're doing their own YouTube channel called No Break Next Week. It's in production. It's pretty much just two guys who just sit around talking about anime and various topics of anime in some form of structure or manner. But No Break Next Week should be debuting sometime in the next week or so. So do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. They work really hard on this. It's actually like kind of inspiring. So yeah, shout out to them. No Break Next Week.
All right.
Knowing what I know about those two, it's mostly going to be about One Piece, isn't it? It's all.
I'll be tuning in.
They'll have other topics, but yes, the first 2, 3.
The first 12 to 15 are going to be about One Piece. Also,
but it almost made me want to watch the show. Almost.
Because it was about One Piece.
Yeah, I mean, it was just they do some deep dives. I'm like, wow, is this what we sound like?
They're manga readers. They read the manga.
Since we already, One Piece is coming out on Netflix, live action version. So Trey is gonna go ahead and watch it. And
no, the fuck
Netflix has not been. Yeah, actually, yeah. Trey, you should do a review on it. Like every day. The angry Trey's rage.
We'll be able to flip it. Yeah.
He has two options on the show: either Spider-Man or Hulk.
I'll do that the entire time. It's going to be Hulk the entire. Did you see the cast? The cast. No, I'm not going to get.
I will throw this out there. I will throw this out there that they do have the behind the scenes and people who are actually in production and writing and everything that are very much enthused and are hardcore One Piece fans. So it's being treated by people who actually care about the source material. Do you honestly think Oda would sign off on something that doesn't quite reflect what he wants? You think
no?
You don't think he got that pull? You don't think he got that power?
We still have Netflix involved, and
you're correct.
Did he sign off?
But I'm just saying, there's a lot of people who actually give a damn about it that are involved in production, not just the actors, but the production.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
I've seen the poster for the One Piece live action thing, and I saw that they got Luffy's outfit very, very accurate to the source material. They also did the same thing with Cowboy Bebop. So One Piece fans, just go ahead and enjoy that little tidbit. Because remember the Cowboy Bebop poster came out and everybody was very excited.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
Let me throw my headphones.
Oh man! But enough of church announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go and get that Toddy T going.
Okay, so quick question for the good old Toddy T situation here. Beyonce's internet has been going crazy all week, and she dropped her tour, whatever. tour dates. And upon research, most tickets at minimum are between $400 and $600, and that it depends on what city.
Yeah.
I have to. Yeah. So city. So what? 400 to 600 per ticket. Like,
Yep.
does it even matter what seats are? Like, like stadium, standing floor, VIP.
I know as far.
She's still frozen.
Sorry for the technical difficulties with Rita. But I know as far as a couple years ago, me and TD went to go see On the Run 2. That was
Beyonce's assassins may have gotten to her, so we should do a wellness check on Rita right now. I'm just imagining the sniper. She's on sight. Got her.
Beehive's like, nope, I don't like where this is going. Get her. Cut it off. Cut the power to the house right now.
Please.
But I bought
Yes,
Can y'all hear me now?
yes.
Hey, the Beehive had a cyber attack on me just now, and I do not appreciate that.
I know. They try to pull your Comcast card.
Anyway, I know because they was about to get mad about the question I'm about to ask y'all. So the question about these Beehive tickets is, would you be mad if your girl spent either A, the rent money, or B, her car note money on these tickets? Because that's literally how much those tickets cost.
Go in order.
Okay.
Trey, you first.
We'll be mad. Yes, motherfucker. We still in the, my opinion, we still in the damn depression. Fuck a recession. We ain't got no money out here. Nah, rent's too high. Watch her on HBO and listen to the album on Apple Music. Pay your $9 there. Save the money. That's how I feel. Fuck that.
I'm gonna say this: if you're willing to pay your car note, go and pay your car note because I need a place to stay, and I'll be damned if you go ahead and pay the mortgage for some fucking Beyonce tickets. I love Beyonce, but I don't love her that damn much. I love my house, so fuck no.
So as someone who's single now, I have to ask, so give me like a roughly economic standpoint that I would understand. So how many dozens of eggs does the Beyonce's tickets cost?
One.
1 dozen eggs? Okay. Nah, at least like 3-4 mute. Nah, we good. Like, I just had to like, I say today's economics is different now, so we got to figure things out. So that's like what, 1 dozen eggs and
Maybe
one
a pack of bacon.
Oh, okay.
Damn. Live rich.
Yeah.
Dick cut.
Mr. Tro.
So you pay your portion of the rent, or if it's your month to handle the rent and you decide to go out and buy Beyonce tickets, I'm gonna cover it. But just know there will be retribution. And it will be retribution in a way that you will not see coming and that you will not enjoy. I would turn into that senator from 300. You are not going to enjoy this. It will not end quickly. You will not like it. If you decide to take your car note and go out and buy Beyonce tickets, cool. That's fine. Now I'm going to punish you like you're a teenager because you get no car for a month. You paid you've gotten rid of 1 month of car note. Cool. You get no car for a month. I will pick your ass up from the bus. I will take you to the bus in the morning. That is it. We are not doing this. We are adults. We got responsibilities and shit. It's kids running around
Just
here.
so you know.
So I'm just imagining Rick.
I did test the theory, and I was told that I would buy Solange Knowles tickets, but Beyonce is outside of the budget. That's right.
So basically, Rick would be, they'd be coming home. Rick would be like, "Oh, so you went to see Beyonce? Hope you had big fun."
Yeah. Right into Claire goddamn Huxtable.
Real quick on YouTube, Bright Eye says, here in Texas, 57 dozen eggs, Sam's Club. As a baker, I've done them. God damn.
I mean, You better just go ahead and watch the fucking her last couple ones because yeah, she watched the Super Bowl halftime show from a few years ago. You'll be fine.
That shit is free on YouTube.
I mean, in fairness, it doesn't make sense to go to the concert, in my opinion, because she has a whole Netflix like whole production like afterwards, like after every single show. So it's like, what is the point?
The only thing I'm gonna say in Beyonce's defense, as far as going to any type of show, especially a live show, is always not about the music; it's about the experience. And I'm pretty sure that she doesn't just half-ass anything. This is Beyonce we're talking about.
Does she bring anybody on the stage like Janet though? Does she bring anybody on stage like Janet though?
I will say no. I would say
not
this,
really.
I say Justin Timberlake ain't been on the stage in a while, so unless he's on stage, then I might be interested. Cause I'm like, ooh, when's the top gonna come off? But other than that, like, ain't nothing really gonna be interesting about.
I will say this. I went to On the Run a couple years ago. She actually puts on a great show. I came in looking for a performance by Jay-Z because I've seen him twice already. I walked out. I was like, damn, Beyonce killed it. I'm not willing to pay $500 for a ticket though.
That's the low end.
Honestly, a lot of your high-end performers are charging a lot.
They are.
Like if y'all,
like Bruno Mars is one.
Let me get my goddamn point out, man. God damn it. So Lil Wayne is coming to the Fillmore, which is a standing room only venue here in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I looked up the tickets for that. So the tickets for the Rafters the first day were $260. Then you go on the second day and they're $450. Now the standing room only floor they started out at $330, and looking at them the other day, they're $700 for the Fillmore, which is the standing. A Lil Wayne
I saw it the other day.
A standing room only venue. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see Wayne. I looked at them ticket prices, like, no, the fuck I ain't.
Exactly the same exact thing.
As someone who's been to the Fillmore dozens of times, I've literally walked in and paid like $30 for some tickets. I can't imagine going back to the Fillmore paying like $300 for the same place that I paid like $30 for shoulder to shoulder. Like, I've seen the Roots live. I've seen several bands perform at the Fillmore live, and all under $100.
I just paid $65 to go see 2 Chainz last year. Like.
In my opinion, $65 to see 2 Chainz was too much, but I digress.
Sure.
I digress.
I paid $35 for Kevin Gates a couple years ago, but still, it's hell no, fuck no. Look, I went with my brothers. Okay, don't judge.
Whenever Herb does something stupid, he always has like an excuse, like it's not his actual idea. He just happens to be like, next thing I know, I got in the Kevin Gates concert. You know, I was just trying to get a burger from McDonald's, and you know.
Can I point something out? The overproof is showing on Herb's face. Just look at it. Everybody, just take a moment.
He got the raccoon eyes already.
Just look at Herb.
Hey, Herb, listen to me. Herb, listen to me right now. Herb, focus, listen to me. Ignore the producer. Go back to Weekend Herb, the OG Weekend Herb, and put them sunglasses on. Right now, okay? Now,
what are you trying to say, Herb? Oh, you're gonna fall asleep. No.
Your judgment means nothing to me, okay? We're 4 years in, and I've been ridiculed all this fucking long. It means nothing to me.
It better not. You better have some thick ass skin by now. You better steal the skin. Fuck that. Don't fall asleep though. All right. So that was our toddy.
Fuck you, Trey.
All
right. Let's go ahead and get into the next segment, which
so we're gonna shake things up a bit. So speaking of shaking things up, we're going to introduce our character of the week. We're going to go ahead and run that by. So just a little preface before we start doing this. It's Black History Month, y'all. So naturally, a lot of the characters of the week are going to be of African American or Black descent. Speaking of Black History Month, did y'all notice that the first day on February on Black History Month, it snowed? They starting already. It started
They
already.
tried to whiten up that Black History Month.
Exactly. It's a conspiracy theory, man. Even Mother Nature's against us. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and roll the character week footage. This week, like I said, we're shaking things up. And speaking of shaking things up, here we go.
Not that you do notice the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the character of the week. Happy Black History Month. Today's character of the week is Moses Magnum, better known as Moses Magnum. Yeah, I'm dead ass. That's his name. He actually had a run-in with both Spider-Man and the Punisher. He is a Ethiopian arms dealer and terrorist. So naturally, like I said, dealing with guns, he has a run-in with the Punisher. Surprisingly, though, he actually survived. He had a next run-in with, of course, Luke Cage, Power Man. Had to get that black-on-black crime going on. After his battle with Luke Cage, he allegedly fell to his death. But it turns out that he was rescued by Apocalypse. For some reason, and some superhuman powers. He usually deals with mutants, so maybe he had like a latent X gene in him. I don't. But the power he gave him was seismic waves, so essentially he can make earthquakes. Yeah, that's right, baby. I made that earth. So I'm Moses Magnum. Hi, that name. Anyway, so naturally he has a run-in with the X-Men. That makes it about like late 70s, early 80s. Wolverine, Cyclops, Colossus, Storm, Banshee, and Sunfire, because, well, Japan's his native home. So he tried to basically hold Japan hostage, turn over the control of Japan to him. He would sink the whole thing. He was defeated by the X-Men, but at a very high cost. It actually, I forgot that Banshee was injured by most. So essentially he gave Banshee a sore throat. No, but for real, he did have a legit injury to Banshee, Sean Cassidy, but he was defeated by the X-Men. So his next endeavor, he decided to go back into the arms dealing business. So he reestablished Magnum Munitions, which is the name of his company. He tried to take some cybernetic things from the Deathlock program from Cybertech and got into a bidding war with AIM. Naturally, when they didn't withdraw the bid, they decided to go to war. So this big, huge battle of evil technician people, terrorists and stuff like that. That's pretty much bad guy versus bad guy. Pro wrestling term, heel versus heel. Indian black market arms dealing bid to strengthen one country. He tried to invade Wakanda, which is a mistake because, T'Challa and all. So he had a run-in with Black Panther. I'm pretty sure that didn't go well for him either. He also had a run-in with the Avengers. He was defeated by another African-American hero, Triathlon, whose powers to, I guess, run fast. So I don't know. Jeez, that's such a corny. Well, so far Moses Magnum has suffered a lot of defeats, but I got nothing good to say about him yet. He's also once again another encounter with Spider-Man. Also during a Dark Reign, he was teaming up with Norman Osborn to give it to Ken a better publicity. Almost got killed doing that. What else happened to him? I believe he also showed up in a newer X-Men too. But basically his powers since then has been the same as the seismic waves and activities through basically like extension of his hands or feet or whatever. Similar to Avalanche, Moses Magnum. For a little bit, when he got his superpowers, went by the name Magnum Force. So Moses Magnum, by my standards, probably rocks some of the worst haircuts you've ever seen of any black character, or of any character in general, but mostly black characters. I'm assuming the seismic waves also kept pushing the hairline back. But if you also ask me, he started off as an arms dealer and a terrorist, but an arms dealer nonetheless, so a businessman. Then he got a little bit of power. He wanted to take over a country, so he tried to acquire some land. He got into a bidding war with AIM, so he was trying to take down the man. He restarted Magnum Munitions and got like black market. All I see is a black man just trying to have a black-owned business and selling what makes the world go round, which is weapons and guns. I can't find no fault in it. Plus, his name. My name is Moses Magnum. Here's why. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's Black History. Back to you guys.
Like, share, subscribe.
All right.
Backpack.
Yes. So that. Oh, do you have sound? Last time I was talking the whole minute. It's like, they can't hear you. Are we back yet?
Yes, we are.
And we have sound. Cool. Enjoy the ASMR of me making a drink. That was Character of the Week, Moses Magnum. Like I said, we're going to keep it black. 24/7's Black History Month. Might just share a couple of previous Black History Months on, Facebook, IG, that whole thing. That is my hashtag Camism YouTube channel. So share, subscribe, help me grow so I can eventually make my own type of money off of this too. I upload it every Monday around 9, 10-ish or whatever. So yeah, that was our Character of the Week. And ironically, during the break, they were asking me, does Moses Magnum have any type of affiliation with Black Panther? And I was like, yes. There was a time he tried to make a bid for a country canon outside of Wakanda, fighting against the borders, which put him at arms. He's an arms dealer, which put him at odds with, of all people, T'Challa and Black Panther. Didn't work out well in his favor, but he did try to make a bid for vibranium. It's the only source that people care about. No one cares about the actual technology of Wakanda. They always care about the source of it, which is vibranium. They want that particular source. So I always found that pretty interesting.
They're always trying to disrespect Black people's brains.
Well, I mean,
Think about that, because so you got all of these people who have been working with vibranium and tinkering and figuring it out, and it's not just Shuri and T'Challa are the ones that have been making weapons. They have other scientists that work with them, but everybody just wants the vibranium because they feel like their people are so much smarter or so much more capable than these people who've literally been working with it for hundreds of thousands of years.
Thanks.
That is true. But speaking of which, now that we know that it's streaming again on Disney Plus, has anyone else decided to do a second watch of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever 2?
I did.
The vibranium?
Technically, I did it before y'all.
What'd you say?
I said technically I did it before y'all because I went to go watch Wakanda Forever in theaters 3 times. So
3 times? Wow. You just glutton for, what's your therapist bill like?
When people piss you off and you get mad and you're like, I'm about to leave the house, blah, blah, blah. So I left the house and I went to go see Wakanda Forever.
So let's unpack that for a second. So you are in a highly emotional state of anger, which is a mask for other emotions, and then you decide to go into not once, twice, but almost 3 times to see something that you know is going to put you in a slightly depressive, sad state on purpose.
No. It put me in I'm going to beat your ass when I leave here state. That's what it did.
But you wanted to beat ass before you
right. But then I thought I was a superhero afterwards. I really was about to whip you.
So you watch a sad movie and then get sad?
Basically, yeah.
Trey, say it one more time.
We here at Blerds Whiskey do not condone domestic violence in any shape or form. No.
But we do condone therapy. I didn't know I was working with a sociopath over here.
It didn't happen. It was just a thought that ran through my mind. That was all.
Okay.
We watched the very last thing. All right, I'm sorry. I'm getting off the topic. I'll wait my turn. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Rewatched it again. Oh boy. Rewatched it again and picked up on a couple of other things. I mean, everything just hit more when you get time to sit, because I only watched it in the theaters when we all went to go see it. That was the only time I saw it in the theaters. But the second time sitting down, over analyzing it, it's just like it hit a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? Especially the second funeral. It just, well, I'm not spoiling anything. We all know what's going on. The passing away of Queen Ramonda, and the fact that she died saving Ironheart, Riri Williams. It's like, this is so many different depths that it takes you to, so many different emotions. Like we're reliving Chadwick passing again, and ultimately T'Challa passing again. It just hits. So it's definitely it's got great rewatch value.
Mm-hmm. For me, I looked at this not just for the trauma. I looked at this as far as just the outlook of it. When we looked at Blerds, when we looked at Black Panther, the first one, we got a father-son movie. We saw how the whole entire thing with T'Challa becoming king and everything. And I feel on Wakanda Forever, we got a mother-daughter movie. And with that being said, the women were the focal point. For me, Queen Ramonda had, and it's the reason why Angela Bassett should be getting this award. She had numerous iconic scenes dealing with the United Nations situation, what's the name, relieving Okoye, burning the funeral garbs. If you look at the whole entire Dora Milaje, I mean, if we have told you before,
But
they're not.
She wasn't on the Dora Milaje.
Let me finish. If we're looking,
but you was talking about why she should. Never mind.
Let me finish. We're looking at the Dora Milaje, showing why they ain't to be fucked with. I mean, they had numerous scenes like when they came in and tried to overtake the whole entire place. I mean, they pretty much beat their ass. If you haven't heard, they had an actual scene, a deleted scene with Okoye. After she got relieved, she was trying to go ahead and take one of the vehicles to go ahead and get Shuri. Dora Milaje say, look, y'all taught me everything. You taught us everything. We will fuck you up if you take this damn joint. So, and then last but not least, I'm looking at M'Baku, his growth. You had a person who was just like violent, fuck everything, I'm turning everything up. He actually had a lot of growth in this where he was like, look, your brother told me I got to look out for you. And I'm going to be the advisor that you need. He went ahead and said like, yo, look, I understand the Water Tribe. Look, y'all, if I were y'all, I would have fucked them up. But we can't do that. We got to do this shit strategically. I thoroughly enjoyed this shit. Last but not least, the fucking outfits. I want Killmonger's suit that he had in there for the white parties. I love it, but that's my take on it.
Hey, your belly just hanging out there like that, huh?
I don't give a fuck.
And that was
Spaz, get on that drawing right now.
and that was round-the-way commentaries with Herb.
I am imagining him in that outfit, looking like the African Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. They call him.
Oh shit.
Okay, but no, on a serious note though, this is why I love art in general.
Carolyn. Sorry.
People can watch the same thing and get different perspectives of it, and no one's really wrong. Except for her. There are times I'll just hear me out. Like, so I was watching this, and like I said, so I lost my dad, about 6 years ago. So it's like I've been working with my mom and helping her through the grieving process and stuff. So I'm watching Angela Bassett's character pretty much go through the same thing that my mom did, where you still got a family, you still got responsibilities, and you still got to mourn. And somewhere along the line, there's a breaking point in certain things. It's like, what more do you want from me right now? Like, and you can see that she, heavy is the head that wears the crown. So you can see a lot of the burden and responsibility along with grief throughout all her portrayal. And I, as someone who's seen something like that from a strong Black woman myself, I'm like, ooh. So, certain things hit differently than other people. So that's the stuff that I was picking up on. And that's probably why she was so adamant about helping other people, is because we tend to, in a grieving process, help others to, in order not to make us feel better, but to not experience the same sadness and depth that we're going through. So I've been seeing her. That's why I saw a lot. That's pretty much what I picked up on second time watching it. First time too, but the second time definitely hits a little different because it's getting close to the anniversary.
Rita?
So for me, again, because I've watched it 3 times, I definitely admired Angela Bassett's strength that she definitely displayed in this movie. Like, it was unmatchable. Like, when you were watching her, you didn't feel like you was watching Angela Bassett play a character. You felt like you were really watching the Queen of Wakanda, right? And so I think that is what separates good performances from great performances, because you no longer see the individual who's playing that character. I want to say M'Baku, to me, probably had the most growth for his character. I really appreciated how they kind of made him like a surrogate, big brother protector for Shuri, even though, eventually she didn't really need him because, you know, she became the Black Panther, but it was more so emotionally being there for her because she literally lost her entire family, right? And so, like, for them to kind of bring it all in together, and she finds out that she has this nephew, like in the end credits, it was just like very emotional. Like, I want to say that was probably the one time that I was probably like boohoo crying because I was just like, dang, you know, like she thought she was in this world by herself. She didn't have any family left. And then here she goes now, having, you know, a little nephew that she can kind of look over and protect and kind of, you know, teach him like the ways of their families and so on and so forth. And then this is something that's completely off topic. And I just want to put this out there. I am not a person who devils and ladies, but Nakia's ass is big as shit. I just wanted to point that out as well. Like that wagon that she was dragging, I was like, yo, where did that come from? Like, how was you hiding that up underneath your suits?
No one the child
It wasn't hiding. It wasn't hiding. We saw it in the last movie.
knew.
When she was in the waterfall and she was dancing, we saw that jump pop. It was popping. Let me stop. Let me stop.
He said, T'Challa, he froze. Yeah, I freeze too.
Real quick. I'm sorry. Before you move forward, to get into Rick Stroh. Oh wait, can't. Yeah, before we get into Rick Stroh, sorry. Got to shout out to Carolyn on Twitch right now. She's doing the most. She says Killmonger did cheer me up a bit with his fine ass. Z's Nuts says Killmonger had that nice ass Cliff Huxtable and Denise sweater. Lily Nasu says facts he cute.
What was the name of that designer?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was a famous designer on the Huxtable that
I don't know. Look it up. I don't know. Look it up so I can finish reading the comments. Damn. Lillian, turn your eyes if you don't want to see us gush. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to watch you guys gush. I'm just, oh my God. Carolyn, I wanted to drink the purple power up soup just to see him. Purple power up soup. Good God. And then oh God, M'Baku and Gorilla Grunts. This movie did have its eye candy. Oh boy.
That was the name of the designer from the Cosby Show. So they're saying that Killmonger had Oregon Trail.
You bring your ass in Discord. Anyway, Rick Stroh, if you will.
So did anybody hear about the actual real script before it had to be rewritten before Chadwick died?
Yeah.
I heard there was, but I never actually read it or know much about it.
So I'll give you a little truncated version. So essentially, it was going to be a story about a man dealing with a son that he didn't know that he had. It was about T'Challa coming back after the snap and finding out that Nakia was pregnant with his kid, and him growing to know and learn about this son while also being the leader of the most powerful nation in the world. With that being said, I don't like Letitia Wright in the lead. This was like my fourth time watching this movie. I don't like it. I'm sorry, but not really. Shuri's run as the Black Panther in the comic book wasn't that good, and her run as the Black Panther in the movie ain't that good. It's not a positive. It's not the most popular thought process, but that's my thought process. That's the way I feel about it, and I really think they made a mistake by not recasting the role. I was very sad when Chadwick died. It was unfortunate. It was harmful. It was all of the things. It was traumatic when it happened. But at the same time, we need to move forward with these stories with the main character of T'Challa. And no, this is not me being sexist or whatever the fuck somebody's gonna throw at me. But no, I just feel like the character of T'Challa is too impactful to just go away from. It's not gonna have the same impact with Shuri or any of that. Like, I mean, honestly, if you get past the traumatic nature of this movie and look at it, it doesn't have the same impact. Like where Shuri comes down to Black Panther the first time, you're just like, oh, all right, I guess. Like, yeah, it's the Black Panther lives. I don't really fucking care. So yeah, that's kind of the way I feel. Also, Namor's a fucking dick, man. Namor is always gonna be a dick, and also upon my fourth rewatch of it, I just want to see him die horribly. Like, I really I want to see him get ripped in half by fucking Black Adam or some shit like in that movie. Yes, I'm crossing paths. I don't give a fuck. But I don't like. I was just
not even Aquaman.
No, I don't care. No.
That was embarrassing. Aquaman losing to Namor.
Vin Diesel. Can Vin Diesel do it?
He might drive a Dodge Charger into Atlantis and then run him over.
No, he's not. He's not in good enough shape. He's not in good enough shape. Actually, also speaking of not being in good shape, the character that played Atuma literally put no effort into getting into shape for this movie. That motherfucker said, "I'm going to eat as much as I want to, and then show up and put this hammerhead shark skull on my head and wave around my goddamn spear." Other than that, my man did no work. He looks like the dude from Snowfall that plays the bear, the big drug dealer dude. That's what he looks like.
So you're
Teach your boy how to squabble.
Teach your man how to squabble. No, so your fourth watch of a movie was you're like, nope, I don't like it.
No, I didn't say that. I still like the movie.
Okay.
I still do like the movie. It's just I'm getting more into my nitpicky phase. Like after a while, you can get into something and you start to pick apart more and more of it. And at this point, I'm past the whole just loving the movie. It's now I'm at the phase where it's just like these are just things that I don't like, and those are my list of things that I don't really like. I still love the movie. I'll still watch it whenever it comes on. It's just at this point.
I do agree with the Namor part because Namor has always been a dick in the comics and pretty much that's all he has been. That one Cola Fantastic Four cartoon that came out in the 90s at 6 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, like Namor has always been a dick. No one has ever liked Namor, period. I think we lost Rita. Yeah, I don't have any. There's never been any type of redeeming qualities in the comics about Namor. He's always been like for the greater good of quote unquote Atlantis, but just really for his own ego. What else we got?
All right, so our next topic tonight is going to be our DC Universe Studios announced. Well, Jason Gunn released the new slate that they're going to have. This
James Gunn.
James Gunn.
Hey Trey, can you real quick? I don't know if you're about to do this or not, but can you just run down the list of everything that's about to come out, please?
Yes. So real quick, the film projects. They got Superman Legacy, The Authority from Wildstorm Comics, and then they had characters that was bought in by DC. Brave and the Bold, which is a combination of Batman and Superman stories. Batman and Robin stories, where it was Damian Wayne, which is actually pretty interesting if they bring him into their active universe, which means I was right that they'll fast track a lot of shit, but I'm not going to get into it right now. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow as a movie, and finally Swamp Thing as a movie, which we did have the CW show. Was it CW? No, it was
DC Universe.
DC Universe show.
That shit lasted for one episode.
They were like, no, it had a whole season, and they just like, nah, son.
It was about 6 episodes.
Yeah, Herb really liked it.
But they kept Titans.
Television, they did. Well, they're canceling Titans and Doom Patrol. Anyway, let me get back to the list. Let me get back to the list. Television projects on HBO Max: Creature Commandos, Waller, Amanda Waller playing Viola Davis is going to reprise her role as Amanda Waller. She's going to get her own series.
Bye.
Dude, shut up. Anyway, Booster Gold, which I'm excited about. Lanterns, which I think is the biggest thing that dropped so far, and Paradise Lost, set in Themyscira, home of the Amazons, birthplace of Wonder Woman. The drama is going to focus on the genesis and politics intrigue of the Island of Women. So that's going to be pretty fucking big. But that was pretty much the general slate of that. I'm most excited for Lanterns because that means we get the cosmology of the DC universe, where all these aliens and different creatures and high-powered cosmic beings are going to come from. If they do this right, it'll be fucking awesome. And then you come back to Earth. Batman's already been working for about 20 years. He's already got Damian Wayne in place as Robin. We can keep it moving. We can keep it going. What do you guys think of that slate?
Truth be told, I'm more so, yes, I'm looking forward to the whole entire Green Lantern because it's giving off from what they were saying is going to be like a true detective series. You got them just correct me if I'm wrong, they were supposed to be just dealing with the Earth only. No, I'm saying for this series. I don't know. Okay, but I'm looking
forward to be Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
Hal Jordan and John Stewart. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to Waller. Viola Davis has been killing it as Amanda Waller so far, literally. I'm at a wait and see for the rest of it. I am interested in the Batman one, only because of Damian. I really don't care because we've been getting so many times Batman, Superman, the big three, Wonder Woman, I'm ready to move on with that. I want to see the other characters. So right this second, is Green Lantern and Waller for me.
Real quick, just to add this in, Brave and the Bold, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't Bruce Wayne. It was actually his first Robin, Dick Grayson.
It was Dick Grayson's Batman, and him and Damian
Damon
worked together.
So that means we've already got a dead Batman. So
they're not gonna do the dead Batman though.
It's dead, but they're not. They're not. It's gonna be Bruce Wayne.
They're not Mr. Source Material. They're gonna just go straight to Bruce Wayne and
Fuck
Damian.
you, Cam. The shit you love is based off of source material, Cam.
So I guess it's on. Are you done, Herb?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So this is pretty much what I've been saying from the jump. I'm not even going to do the whole "I told you so" because I really don't care. But I'm just saying that everything I said so far, James Gunn's going to be the new Kevin Feige. That happened. They're just going to start over and reboot and start fresh with their own DC universe and have his own ideas, and that happened. I'm okay with it so far. I was pretty excited when I saw the breakdown of everything they're going to be doing. I feel like the Superman legacy. I'm not sure they're going to do the whole the John Kent, the son of Superman type story. I don't know if they're going that direction or not. But from what I understand, they're going for a younger Superman with the Authority. I feel like that's a good twist because again, James Gunn is known for taking like the C or D list of comic book characters and putting them into the limelight in the forefront. A lot of people aren't aware of how great the Authority is, or actually, in my opinion, how fucked up the Authority is. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm waiting for what I call the normies to see on screen and just be a little shocked about what's going to happen. Especially with their version of their Batman. That's going to be a great, interesting take to see people's opinions on that one. I'm can't wait for the Discord on Authority. The Lanterns is obviously like one of my big things. I'm more of a Jon Stewart than Hal Jordan anyway fan. So for me, I know I got this. So for me, I'm a fan of what the show could be. True Detective. So I hope it's not a buddy cop thing with the whole Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart thing. And for her, I feel like it's going to be more like a Guardians of the Galaxy aspect where they're going to you're going to use the Green Lantern to explore and show or exposition more of what's going on outside of Earth for the DC universe, such as like the formula that Lex Luthor's been after for a long time. What's it called? The never-ending formula, the forever formula. The
Lex Luthor's after?
Yeah. It's like the end-all, be-all formula.
No, Darkseid is after
Darkseid.
Yeah, he's after the anti-life equation.
Anti-life equation. That's what I was thinking of. So that is basically. I feel like they're going to introduce stuff like that with the anti-life equation and stuff like that. As far as Batman, like I said, they're probably going to do just a Batman and Damian Wayne without it being Dick Grayson. So there's not going to be a dead Batman. They're probably going to skip over that. But most likely, what I like about them using Damian Wayne, which means they're going to foreshadow and push through like the Dick Grayson, the Jason Todd, and the Tim Drake. So that means that by the time you see this movie, you're going to have an established already. And just throw a quick little flashback or exposition of the whole Bat family. But they just show like, oh, that's Nightwing. Okay, blah, blah, blah. What's Nightwing? Oh, he was the first Robin, blah, blah, blah. He's like your older brother. Oh, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. They can easily just do that, and I'll be okay with it. So, and I'll be okay with it. So that covers both me and Trey. So we got source material guy over here, and the guy who can just enjoy a movie for a movie being a movie. As long as it's good.
I can agree with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna focus on something different. I'm gonna make it short for the sake of time. I'm upset about this new Joker movie being a musical with Lady Gaga, and I'm just like, why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't. I'm trying to understand. I know this has nothing to do with James Gunn. Like, this isn't his doing, but
I forgot about that.
And then the Lanterns, I am looking forward to. I just hope it's better than Titans. That's all I'm going to say. You can take that how you want. It's coming out on HBO. Hopefully they kind of, tap into the magic that they created somehow with Peacemaker, and Lanterns is more along something that's actually enjoyable to watch. But yeah, I'm very much so upset about just because Lady Gaga is playing the character does not mean that we needed to see Lady Gaga performing in a movie. Like, that's just stupid.
So to address that, the Joker movie and the next Batman movie, those are under the title of DC Elseworlds. So any DC adjacent shit that's not a part of James Gunn's universe, they're gonna call it that. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about either one of those movies, to be honest with you. Unless they do Mr. Freeze as the villain in the second Batman, I don't care. And the Joker musical just sounds stupid. So can we all go ahead and give a hearty Rick was right? Because I mean, from this slate, basically what I've been talking about since they said James Gunn was going to take over the DCU, what's happening? Like, you're going to see a bunch of shit that's going to show other heroes adjacent to the big three. And that's what you're fucking getting. Sorry that I'm always right. Not really. Just fucking listen to me, assholes. But I'm most excited about this whole Booster Gold series because I'm gonna love to see how that works. Because essentially, so if you guys actually think about it, other than the time traveling aspect of Booster Gold, it's literally taking you and me and what we would do if we got a hold of some technology and try to become a superhero. That's what Booster Gold is. That's the way you make it think. That's the way you make it work. You know why? Because in this selfish ass society that we live in, we can't deal with superhero movies about people with godlike powers unless it equates to us and how we would deal with it and how we feel. So Booster Gold is going to be a hit because all these selfish motherfuckers running around want to know what it would be like if I was a superhero and I had to work with Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman. So there you go. Cheers. Mazel tov, motherfuckers.
My shit always works sometimes.
All right. So our last thing that we're going to talk about before we get up out of here, we got a little bit of time, but we have to talk about this. Episode 3 of Last of Us. If you did not watch it, sorry, you should caught up this week and stolen your mom's HBO Max access so you could watch it. But this one was a tear fucking vacuum. Like, I boo-hooed. I boo-hooed watching this episode because, oh my God. We didn't focus on Ellie and Joel this time. We actually focused on Bill and Jack and their relationship. Frank, I'm sorry, and their relationship, and we got to spend 30 years with these two guys who fell in love on day one. And regardless of how the love looks, it's love, and I love love. So watching them from every aspect, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to talk because I'll gush for hours. But let us know how you felt about episode 3 of Last of Us.
Off of what my dear friend Rick has been the last few years that I've learned about him. Bill is Rick and Rick is Bill. Minus
something else for me. Okay.
Minus the love scene part. He is just like very detailed. Like, don't fuck with me. I got guns and shit. I will kill everybody, and I don't care. That's what I call.
That's not Rick.
No, I'm saying in the midst of the whole entire situation that they're going through. I said minus that part, Rick. Minus that part.
No, he's trying to connect the dots of what you're saying. Rick is, if anything, Rick is a doomsday prepper. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's what,
he's a
fucking
prepper.
Not a psychopath that's going to kill everybody. Herb, don't say that on.
And I say, get the fuck out of here.
Beyonce's YouTube.
You're gonna get your wig split. Fuck it. Overproof, ladies and gentlemen. Overproof.
Can I just go ahead and just cut Herb off and I'll go?
Go ahead.
All right. Here, so let me try to clean up what Herb was saying. We've always been very direct, distinct, and very plot driven. Is what Herb was trying to say in the comparison between, for Rick. Jesus Christ, got to clean up his mess.
You always do. So just.
So my Last of Us. First of all, to hell with all you homophobes who have a problem with trying to claim that this is a woke episode and everything else that y'all try to. I'm like, no, clearly you never played the game. Also, this is why I love this show. It's because that show, this one episode, almost 90 minutes was just based off of one letter of a side quest. This whole episode was one letter. All you saw was just to note the aftermath of it. So what the show did is just fill in that gap. They took the source material and then expand upon it. And then they made like probably an Emmy award winning episode and it's just like you watch this episode and you're like, oh man, it's not gonna get okay, it's gonna get worse. Okay, no, all right, so that's good. It's like everything you think was gonna happen and then it just kept going. And you were like, this can't keep, and it just keeps going, and it just builds and builds and builds. So this is kind of like, I feel like this is going to be the magnum opus of this series. Whenever years from now people think about this show, this episode is going to be on the forefront of a lot of people's minds. And honestly, I'm not saying it's going to be the best, but I do think that episode 4 does have a big hill to climb.
Yeah.
Also to kind of piggyback, Rick is not that cold-hearted. Just FYI, like y'all like to make it seem like Rick don't really give a fuck about people, but he actually do. Like for real, like he pretends to be big and bad, but that's just a facade. It's not real. But no, for real. So I get it. My thing was, how did you still have wine 30 years later? Because I would have been out. I just would have been out. I'm just saying.
Because he's so meticulous. He's so meticulous. He's like 4 ounces a day.
So also they alluded to the fact that Bill was raiding the liquor store and there was a wine place that wasn't too far away that he kept raiding. So he was like taking his time.
I know, but I still would have been out. That was 30 years worth of wine.
We'd have found Rita on the toilet with a bottle of wine next to her.
And you would have. It's a fucking apocalypse. So yes, you would have.
So she died like Elvis.
So also Bill
there like.
So
I did it my way. That's how I would have died.
Bill was also meticulous about his wine drinking. If you notice, he was really only drinking it with his meals. So if you want to compare me to a character from The Last of Us, is Joel. Joel is a character who is about loss, who is about doing what he feels he needs to do for those that he loves, and no matter what anybody else says or cares about it, that's what he does, and that's what he'll go to the lengths to protect those that is his own. This was one of the most beautiful episodes of television, filmmaking, anything put to film I've ever seen in my life. This is so much better than the game. The Ballad of Bill and Frank is literally it's not just one letter, Cam. It's actually a couple of letters, because you find 3 letters from Frank throughout as you're going through the town with Bill. And again, to the homophobes who have a problem with anything that just makes them feel some type of way because you never really explored yourself or understood who you are as a person, get a fucking life. Enjoy things for what they are. This was absolutely beautiful, man. This episode, like again, it squeezed a couple tears out of me because it's such a beautiful thing to watch. And it's about again, the show, the theme for the show, and what the showrunner and Neil Druckmann keep talking about, the theme for the show is love, and how love can be really good or really bad. And they keep re-emphasizing that with every episode, and that's what makes this shit so powerful. That's what makes the game such a beautiful experience. I swear, anybody who hasn't played the game, even if you don't have a system, go on YouTube and watch a playthrough of it. Like, put this shit on mute and just watch a playthrough of it. It is such an amazing, encompassing intrinsic experience. It's fucking phenomenal, and everything that they continue to do with this show just goes leaps and bounds above every week. I can't wait for this episode tonight. I'm gonna sit here and watch it and just enjoy it just as much as I can, and I'm gonna keep on watching it, and I hope they give us all of it. And I can't wait. Also, real quick, just a quick update. So for those of you that played the game, you know what's coming next. You know Pittsburgh is coming next. Well, they're changing Pittsburgh from in the game. Now it's going to Kansas City, and they're going to flesh out the incidents and why you're getting chased through this city a little bit more. There's a leader of the group who is I don't know the woman who's playing her, but we're going to explore that. So Pittsburgh is probably going to get even more emotional, because Pittsburgh is emotional as shit in the game, but now with Kansas City, we're getting more fleshed out, and there's more tie-ins. So again, if y'all motherfuckers thought you was ready, like I've been warning you for fucking months, you thought you was ready, you're not ready. The shit's gonna get worse. So
are y'all gonna do another live watch again on IG or possibly Twitch?
I can't tonight. I gotta go do overtime, but I'm definitely watching the show tonight.
All right, I'll try. Rick, I'll see
Rick,
what I can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
I'll
about
be.
to say maybe we can do a live watch if you can't.
Yeah, I'm available if y'all guys want. I'll be fine.
So what I've done, we've talked about it, looking for walkthroughs. I found it's a 10-hour walkthrough, no commentary. I just dropped it in Discord, dropped it on the Twitch and YouTube if it lets me put it, but I'll put it in Discord as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. Of course, I got to do Kingsway tonight, but I'll watch it afterwards. So you guys have fun. And yeah, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you guys for joining us here on Blerds and Whiskey Live. We had a great show, great time, and great drinks. Week and Herb, if you will, wake up and tell us what to do.
Fuck you, Trey. Subscribe to the Twitch, guys. We're trying to grow, so help us out. Up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we're used to it. Drink, fucking drink. No more